there's a transformation and a huge change in the wind that is occurring in your reality. Let me go ahead and tell you how this reading has started before we have even begun. Okay, and this is relevant. So, first of all, I thought I was recording and I was wondering, why is this not recording? And then I realized that it was on a picture mode and it was actually taking photos instead of a video. Now, the message I got from that is that videos in the metaphysical realm is about something being captured, like a moment in time, and it usually is a starting point, right, when you hit the record. And this is something that you're going to be doing, or a transformation that's about to start. I'm hearing a new record. Okay, so if you think about things being in a record, it usually is, I'm hearing collective experiences you're going to go through that's going to leave a mark in your historical timeline. And this is a transformation that you're going through. So I'm hearing this is the beginning of your transformation. Let me go ahead and show you the physical depiction of this, right? So you have a change in the wind. This is you. And then what came out side by side to that? Chaos and conflict. And this is, it's very windy right now, right? So if you can decode this, right? What do you think is going on? This is almost you removing everything and discarding everything that is not you, right? And returning back to the part of yourself that's been unaffected by time, I'm hearing interrupted by the events that have played out in your third dimensional journey, and you're returning back to your core essence, right? It's like you're dismissing everything that you had adopted while navigating this construct, and everything that had stripped the God out of you. It's almost like you're peeling that back to reveal something that has always been innately within you. And this is a secret reordering of things. So this is about you kind of centering yourself in the eye of the storm and witnessing reality begin to correspond to reflect and mirror the internal transformation that has already occurred within you. And I'm hearing this is like a realization. You know, it's almost like you've come back online and your energy, a new embodiment, has now informed reality, and this transmission is being received and also being led to certain, I'm hearing, reallocations that are taking place in your reality. So this is new collective. I'm hearing timelines and also experiences. Again, an ecosystem that's opening up for you. Now, also yesterday I was going kayaking. I was being summoned to because I knew that there was going to be a message that would come through. And it's funny because this kayak also has a North Star symbol on it. So you could definitely be being guided towards a very specific trajectory. The North as well, let me think, is also Saint Michael is the East. We also have Uriel, who rules the West. So this is about endings and new beginnings. And then south is Gabriel and north is Regulus. So Regulus rules the heart space. So you're definitely feeling a lot going on within your heart. Like your heart is guiding you through these shifts and changes in the way that the mind may not be able to fully understand or comprehend right now. And what I was seeing was your vessel being a kayak, right? And beneath you, the waters or the currents, right, when it comes to the energetic currents and shifts that you're experiencing in this multidimensional plane, right, full of multiple dimensions, which are multiple frequencies that are not just surrounding you, by the way, but are actually moving through you, all right, and are impacting your vessel. So these are like physical transformations. And what I was seeing is that these rapids are going to come regardless, right? The currents, the energetic, I'm hearing planetary influences, right? These heavenly celestial bodies are going to impact your journey on Earth regardless, because this is a very specific solar system that's subject to this universe and matrix that you've incarnated into. And within you is composed up of the cells of planet Earth, right? In this alpha third dimensional vessel that your soul's incarnated into in order to be able to experience life in this terrestrial plane. So this carbon-based life form that you're seated in is full of, I'm hearing, the Earth's cells. Now, your cells are speaking to you, right? Let's go ahead and get into it. Your cells are speaking to you. Oof. Again, a change in the wind. Let me try and bring you up as much as I can, but again, these are things that are going to be out of our control right now. With cell, we have parallel universes and cell. right? So again, you're being spoken to on a cellular level, and this is you going through a refinement period right now that is allowing you to flush out lower and dense frequencies in order to be able to ascend into a high octave. And you're mastering the 0 point, right? You're mastering really getting curious, right? Because one of your messages is also one of the Fool's Embraces card, which basically talks about being in a place of never been here and never done that, and looking at your life on earth through the eyes of a newborn baby, and kind of getting curious in regards to why are there certain energies that are rising within this vessel during this time. Anyway, we're really going to get into it. But the other message I got from the kayak is that the rapids will come regardless, but only you choose whether to capsize, right? Or drift off course or cut cleanly through the surge. And it's not a time to go unconscious or be distracted externally. It's a time to really go within. And okay, and when you glance to the sides and take in the scenery, you begin to merge with the current, because cutting through the waters was super, super easy when I was able to just look to the side and enjoy the scenery. The only time that you should be looking forward right now, especially if you're heading towards a very specific goal, is to confirm your course, right? A quick glance forward just to check the trajectory, to double check that you're still in alignment instead of focusing too much on the external. And then another message was to fix a landmark in your life. I feel like whatever it is that you're doing right now, or you're going through right now, is going to leave a mark in the historical timeline, and it's going to be a landmark, and I'm hearing a point of reference to look back to and see how far it is that you've come. So this is going to let you know that how far you've already traveled, and if you do drift off to sleep, the river will begin to decide your path, right? If you go unconscious or you go in autopilot during this time. Sorry, I just got a message. So again, the river will decide your path, and it will carry you somewhere that you were never really meant to go. So this is about you consciously remembering what is in alignment with what your intentions were before this incarnation. And what I'm seeing is like a dot to dot. And right now, you're kind of in a midpoint, right? Or you're drifting from one home base and you're being called into another. And I'm seeing this as a nucleus of a family, right? You can kind of divide these into two separate, divisions. And I'm seeing on a cellular level, at the nucleus of a cell is a memory when it comes to a new, again, ecosystem of experiences filled with people, circumstances, and opportunities that are here to support you at this stage in your journey. And then it does require you to make friends with the unknown. That was your next message. Okay, let me go ahead and get all the Cosmos Oracle cards out. Your next message is dark energy. So in that in-between phase where you're no longer reinforcing the expectations that others have had of you, being this version of yourself, because you're literally bursting out of your own skin right now and becoming unrecognizable, there is an energy where you are a mystery even to yourself, because even you don't know, right? And with anomaly, you are definitely doing something that is not in the regular, let's just say, algorithm. Okay, it's like you're being guided to do things in order to get places that you want to go, especially when it comes to destined outcomes. You're being called to take action, and I'm hearing embody a new way of being, to literally become a version of yourself that you've never been. And that's literally leading to reality responding to this new embodiment. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. And with anomaly, this is something that ends up working out just super beautifully, because this is a lot more to discover with dark energy that you have not yet discovered. And with Proton, this was your most likely outcome. So Proton talks about, at the nucleus of a cell, there is a huge polarity or contrast that you're going to be experiencing, where it talks about going from the small to the large very, very quickly. And it also talks about a positive electrical charge. So whatever this is, it definitely is going to make you happy. Okay, that's what it feels like. It's definitely something that feels like it's going to be worth the period of uncertainty that you're going to be going through. I'll go ahead and read these messages too. But the next message was also the sun and the world. So the world is literally you kind of entering the world in a new way, or moving through this world in a new way. This could also be having an impact on your social organizations. This could be on social media, on technology, but I just feel like you're showing up in the world with information that extends beyond it, okay? And with the sun, it's like you're carrying this life force into your journey on earth. This is like intercommunication with source, right? And you're being guided to do certain things. And this is, I'm hearing new streamlines of energy that you're also anchoring into your vessel. And the sun releases photons. Photons are also pieces of information. And what I'm seeing is that opens up a wormhole for you, which leads to a shortcut of events. So this is going to be a great acceleration. It definitely feels like a gateway is opening up for you. Your next message is also I am present. So light body activation, accessing the divine within. Again, it's like you remember that you were source playing in its own creation, and that's changing. I'm hearing the way that you choose to move through this existence because you're remembering yourself as a creator. And what I was seeing is that these rivers are not just of the earth, they are energies of our solar system and the matrix that we move through, and that also moves through us, right, and our internal matrix. And planetary tides, cosmic weather that you're going to be experiencing, I'm hearing cosmic shifts are a subtle pulse of the unseen, and they all swirl like hidden currents, right, beneath the surface. And these are things that are going to be moving you. I'm hearing it's the way that your soul's going to be called to move through this existence. So this is about you staying awake, even though you could feel like a pull during this time, and navigate it with presence, because the moment that you like go from being on autopilot and just feel like things are happening to you, and you paradigm shift into okay, things are happening for you, and then you realize that it's happening through you, that's where you begin piloting a new way of navigating life on earth, because you're no longer merely just a passenger, but you're in the driver's seat, especially when it comes to this multidimensional stream. We have I am presence, you experiencing a great shift, which is helping you understand yourself in ways that were previously impossible. This is an exciting time. You are connecting with the highest form of intelligence within you, and the body of light within you is growing brighter, and you're becoming aware of how your actions and choices affect the unfoldment of your future. The bright light you're expressing itself, you're expressing is now happening unapologetically. So you're trusting where it is that you're being led. I feel like this new season, okay, and these new, I'm hearing influxes of energies requires self-trust. So let's read A Change in the Wind to begin. Okay, so this is the beginning point for you. A Change in the Wind talks about a sense that an unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, and also feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the wind will blow. And this is exactly what it feels like. It's like you're going to wake up and be like, which way is the wind blowing? Is it blowing north? Is it blowing south, right? Is it blowing west or east? And again, with that North Star, this is Raphael energy. So you may want to take a look at where Regulus is in your chart. I do have an Archangel Royal Watchers birth chart reading, where we can see how he's actually, working with you. These are very specific angels that are included into your field, but this is about your heart leading the way, okay? And this is your interconnectedness to all things. So it's remembering that there's people and circumstances that are going to be popping up in your third dimensional dream, that are going to be, I'm hearing messengers, okay, in disguise. So it's human nature to yearn for certainty and to resist change. But change is not what will hurt during this time. It's the resistance to the change, right? I'm hearing it's going with the current and with the wind instead of trying to swim against it, because you're going to get swept up in it. And unconsciously, you may want to swim against it because where it's taking you right now is unknown, and that's what it feels like, right? You cannot beat a river into submission. You must surrender to the current and use the power as your own, right? It's that type of energy that's coming up. So even though the river is leading to a waterfall, that's what I'm seeing, okay? It's leading to literally like a new atmosphere of some kind. So, when the world remains consistent like a zebra stripes, yet nothing in the human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation, as outer conditions are temporary, moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. So this is literally a change happening through you right now. Life is about to get interesting, right? Again, it's about to get really, really interesting for you. Anticipate it with curiosity. Again, we spoke. Oh, I'm getting deja vu right now. Yeah, anticipate it with curiosity. That's going to be like your message, right? Anticipate it with curiosity and wonder what is coming in the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic leads. And with unknown, right, this literally talks about dark energy is the unknown. There being so much more to discover that you're about to witness downloading to a third dimensional experience and materialize into your reality as you begin to embrace the unknown instead of feeling like you're bracing for it, because your full potential lies within that. Okay, and that requires you to get comfortable with vulnerability. So prosperity, as you endeavor to create a prosperous life, you may encounter unexpected reversals that cause you to shift directions. And I'm hearing this is you actually being called to take a step back so that you can take 10 steps forward in a tiny new trajectory. And this is a good thing, so that there is nothing to fear. Perhaps an opportunity you sought went to someone else. Perhaps you've pursued something that you suddenly realize is not in your highest good. You might not be 100% clear on where you need to go, but you are certain that things are not going as planned. This is a bigger plan in store. Circumstances are not in your control right now. Wait it out. All will be well. Even better, actually. Trust. So this is about you trusting in the continuous summation of infinite quantum paths. Each encoder is a wave of possibility, and this is a new possibility that's going to be revealed to you. That's always been, they're showing me the binary star, so this is something that's always been transversing your path. And this is the moment where I'm not just seeing you shift parallels, but you align with a lifeline that is completely congruent with your soul's uh incarnation intentions. Okay, and I'm hearing that's what leads to your dharma, right? That's what leads to the rapid unfoldment of your life path. So I feel like you're about to see a path unfold in front of you. Now let's go and read 33. So 33 is disarray, being at cross purpose with another, the tension of opposites, and the value of chaos before order. So again, when you look at what's going on with the lens of the soul, that's what you're being guided to do right now. That's going to help you realize, okay, there is a cosmic order in what may appear to be disorderly right now. There is a secret order in what may appear to be chaotic, right? There is a cosmos within it. So opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere. This is designed to shake things up, okay? And this is happening from the eclipses, because the other day I started a reading, but I didn't finish it. That could be significant. This is maybe something that you had started but also haven't finished. Anyway, I was talking about I wanted to kind of do some lighthearted energy, but I kept hearing the word excavation, and I was like, I don't think we're gonna get off that easy with the word excavation being like the theme, because that's uncovering something that already exists within you. And the one card that came out was Solar Corona, which talks about the light, right? The life force, the information that comes through thanks to eclipse, and it's something that you can appreciate, especially further down the timeline, looking back in a linear fashion. So this is like the beginning, basically, of the end, and also like the end leading to a new beginning. So yeah, this will serve you well as you become unmoored by it, scattered to the winds. You leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. So this is a full-blown reinvention that's taking place for you. And it says, although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, projected outwardly, that is causing disarray. And this is because, again, it's the rapids within you, it's the currents that are moving through you. When you realize change doesn't happen to you or for you, but it happens through you, and then it's projected into this energetic simulation, right? This hologram, then you really remember, oh, this is happening now without, I'm witnessing basically reality catch up with your transformation. That's what's going on. So, again, it's like it's a reinvention. You're dismissing and discarding and dispatching the parts of yourself that's no longer needed. Who it is that you've been in order to get here is no longer who you're going to be moving forward. And this is like the initiation. The day that you're seeing this, this is when it's being initiated for sure. Okay, so you may find yourself at cross purpose with someone else facing a storm you feel you can't control. Yet every storm passes and chaos leads to a reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than one side of a situation. Look up this as look upon this as just a moment in time when you need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. And I'm hearing don't be too eager to fight the storm. Because imagine seeing like a tornado or twister forming and then you're there like trying to square up with it. Like it's just not gonna happen. You have to surrender to the storm. And I'm hearing just like wait it out and things will begin to make sense. Okay, once the storm settles, okay, and I'm seeing the Dust Devil card too. There's a jeweled discovery that awaits you, okay, after it. So, even in Dorothy, where like the house, again, there could be something about the Witch of the North and what is it, the West? Is that like the theme of it? Guys, let me know. But there's something around like secret ordering, right? That kind of leads them into the Wizard of Oz. And if you think about the Wizard of Oz and the yellow brick road, it's the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve connects you to your intuitive faculties. It connects you to, your planetary star systems. It's something that allows you to uh regulate your nervous system and begin to tune into your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your ability to really see yourself in this existence clearly, right? And it removes that cloud, right? It kind of removes the dust and it allows you to see the wisdom. I'm hearing awaiting integration. So look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter. Don't be too eager to fight it. This is a good time to understand rather than to be understood. Now, in prosperity, this can talk about circumstances appear to be chaotic, but everything is happening now in truth and shaking things up so that you can find a real path to your prosperity. Yes, it's a stormy time and it feels as if there are opposing forces wherever you turn. Be assured that there is a divine purpose in this chaos. Everything that doesn't work is being taken from you so that the truest parts of yourself can remain. And again, this is you literally being stripped back into like your core essence. It feels like a memory like being wiped where everything that's led you to this point doesn't even matter anymore. It's about who are you in this present moment, right? It's like you've returned back to again that place of never been here, never done that. And it's going to allow you to see your journey in this existence from the lens of a newborn baby, right? Where you could really begin to create from a place of purity. That's really what it feels like. So everything that doesn't work is being taken for you so the truest parts of yourself can remain. The events occurring now are essential for your ultimate prosperity. This chaos is divinely inspired, even though it doesn't appear that way right now. In time, you will know this to be true. So, this is honestly something that's going to feel really uncomfortable before you basically find this comfort in a new normal. This is like a new normal for you, okay? That's unfolding right now. Now, you have first breath and the beginner's mind. Also, apologies if I sound stuffy. You won't believe the weather out here. Okay, it's like freezing at night, but during the day it's so hot. It's beautiful though, but yeah, my vessel is just taking some time to kind of acclimate to it. So, yeah, that's that. So. Anyway, a fresh start and renewed curiosity, natural trust in the beginner's mind. When the first breath card shows up for you, it's time to leave the old stories and tales behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another. There is nothing else that you need to do but take in a new world that's revealing itself around you. Again, this is exactly what's happening. I'm seeing somebody, it feels like you've arrived early to a party and it feels like a surprise party for yourself, but it doesn't feel like that right now because there's no, I'm hearing like that it's like I'm seeing someone turn a page, but the thing is the book is being written as you're reading it, and what I'm seeing is somebody turns a page, right? And the book is or the page is blank right now, and this feels like a new chapter in your life, and you're witnessing the sentences kind of reveal themselves to you, but you can't like read sentences ahead. There's something around there's no skim reading here. There's something around being present with everything that you're absorbing during this time. Anyway, it says take a deep breath in another. There's nothing else that you need to do but take in the new world that's revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. There's no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been or how tight the passage was to get to where it is that you are now. Just take it all in and experience the art and wonder of your arrival at this destination. Even if it is a familiar place that you've come to many times before, try to experience it as if for the first time. For you are renewed and the old you is no longer your concern. And yeah, I'm seeing somebody show up. Basically, it's so interesting. It's like a few years turns into a few hours. So this is definitely feeling like an acceleration of events. This is something that, especially with usually it can take quite a long period of time, but it's gonna be reduced. So this is like a major catalyst. Anyway, I'm seeing somebody show up to like this it's the event before the event has started. It's the venue. You know, I'm seeing someone show up to a venue and everything is empty. It's like this hall that's empty. And within a few hours, it's filled with people, it's filled with decorations, it's filled with like a new theme. And this feels like the story of your life in some way that's kind of unfolding before you. So, anyway, practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming the experiences that you see. That situation that was difficult only a few days ago, just be with it and breathe. You've already gone beyond it, have overcome and resolved it, even if no one else realizes this yet. Soon enough, they will as you move on. Do not squander the power of the first breath, giving the old narratives mouth to mouth resuscitation. Use it for the new beginnings to animate a world that you can play and create in. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of the word. So, this is a huge, like, there's no going back to the way that things once were, you know? That's what it feels like. And I'm seeing something be revamped. So they're showing me, like, again, with the Twister analogy, I'm seeing an old town, you know, on SimCity, where you'd build certain towns. I'm seeing like a new budget being given to you, but not a budget that has a limit to it. It's almost like the limit does not exist after it comes in and kind of like destroys something. You know, in order to build a new building where an old one that is already compromised was placed, it requires a tower moment. It requires something to kind of be bulldozed completely to build something from a new foundation. And that's what it feels like is happening. Right. We have Nine of Chalices and the Queen of Chalices. So this is the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Lotuses, which is intuitively, you've already been picking up on a transformation that is ahead. Okay, the Nine of Cups is basically you entering a frame emotionally, not even emotionally, I want to say like energetically, visually, before you arrive there in the physical, or more importantly, this physical thing materializes into your reality. It's like you're already aware. I'm hearing that something feels like it's targeted your coordinates and it's streamlining your way. That's literally what it feels like. It's like a current, okay? That's what it's because I'm seeing someone again, it's like they get a message or notification that there is a storm heading that way. And you know what's crazy, guys? This is definitely like happening from the eclipses because again, this is going to transform your life in the next 3 to 6 months. I'm hearing the ripples that this has in the aftermath is going to lead to the biggest transformation you've ever seen. Also, can I just mention that someone in the comments section, I don't remember your name, but you said, I hope that you're okay. I'm sending prayers your way because there was an earthquake in Peru, right, where I am now. And I was like, really? There was an earthquake? I had no clue. So I went to look it up, and apparently there were two earthquakes within the past 24 hours of the time that I'm recording this. And that is literally, and when I checked the times that it happened literally during the eclipse. So again, this is very, very interesting because the message I got from it is that it's symbolic that there is a reset that's happening when it comes to the sun, right? The identity, the moon, which is like your inner world, and the earth, which is the material plane. And it lines up perfectly when it comes to the plates being realigned, right? Something that's happening internally that's kind of shifting with the tectonic plates. And when both things happen within the same breath, it's almost like the sky as well as the soil speaks the same language. And it begins to say, as above, so below, change is something that is not just celestial, but it also lives in matter too. So these are things energetically that are going to be bleeding into your physical, tangible experience, right? Materializing into your reality. And it happened 216 kilometers beneath the earth, so no one really felt it, right? Even when it was happening. So the energy that I got from this is that something is moving within your own depths right now, and no one can see it, right, on the surface. However, there is almost like a stability that's happening within you through a shift that is occurring where you didn't feel it, but it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And your foundation is transforming very, very quietly during this time, much like a Queen of Chalices. And it's without any kind of external drama or hysterics, okay? And this is an integration between worlds too. So this is the shadow meeting the light, old structures that are adjusting, and an integration that's not only mental but also spiritual that's occurring right now, and it's being embodied, okay? This is about you releasing pressure where it is that you've been holding on, okay? Especially when it comes to expectations that the old you had set because they have now transformed. And this is changes that you can't fully see yet, but you are sensing occurring. And this is like the very beginning of it. And you're carrying codes into these higher places back into your daily life very steadily, but things are forever being rearranged for you. We're going to go ahead and read these energies too. Let's go ahead and first find the Queen of Cups, right? The Queen of Chalices. But yeah, no single event forces a destiny, yet the synchronicity invites you to see your own inner tectonic plates that are beginning to shift during this time. When it comes to your beliefs, your habits that, tie you to an old appearing paradigm or timeline or version of self or dimension. And this is about you getting ready to shift into harmony with the larger cosmic cycles that are occurring right now. Okay, so we have the Queen of Chalices, also known as the Mender in this card. So this talks about compassion, calm, and comfort, a wondrous display of lily pads color the water, and atop the largest one kneels the mender. With this sincere lightness, they take a broken lotus in their hands and offer it healing through compassion and care. Okay, this is having compassion and I'm hearing care when it comes to the fearful aspect of yourself during this time that you could feel arising within the vessel. Because with the Queen of Cups, her emotional body can begin to kind of override her vision from seeing things clearly, and it actually disconnects her from her intuition. So there's something about, again, regulating your nervous system, regulating your emotions, allows you to see the information that's coming up behind them, okay, or coming bleeding through them. So the mender has found a potent energy within themselves and can channel it into a brilliant force of healing. And to heal is to become whole, right? It's to integrate with the soul and to see your life through the lens of the soul. And the moment that you regulate the emotions, right? Have you heard the quote where muddy waters will clear themselves? That's what's going to be happening. So the mender has a comforting presence that imbibes those around them with a state of calm. In a reading, it's a very positive sign of restoration and reflection. Through the mender's compassion, they have the ability to heal even without intentionally doing so. A lot can be learned from the mender on being soft, compassionate, and kind. If you feel if that you've been through a rough time lately, the mender will show itself to remind you the embrace of the softer side. So if your compassion does not include yourself, it's not complete. And there's something around just be gentle with yourself right now. Listen, be gentle with yourself right now because you're not going to have all the answers. The answers are going to reveal themselves to you. And I'm hearing it's when the seeker stops seeking, but instead becomes receptive, that you'll see the answers through everything around you, right? And everything that actually comes up within you during this time, too. Now, we'll go ahead and read the Nine of Lotuses, too. Okay, so the Nine of Lotuses talks about satisfaction and also emotional stability. A golden wave thrust into the air, carrying nine lotuses upwards. This gravity defying miracle must be the source of a catastrophic flood in the previous cards. The vertical water will be should be intimidating, but here it's almost has a serene quality. The lotuses move across the water and the wave in a joyful dance, nearly floating in the air as they jump from crest to crest. They work in unison with the magic wave, detached from their stalks, preparing for a mystical journey ahead. So again, this is literally a mystical journey ahead that's going to be making an appearance all around you. But it's leading to, before everything falls into alignment and falls into place, it must fall apart. And that's exactly what you're experiencing right now. Things are falling apart in order to lead to a secret reordering of things. Because I'm seeing a jigsaw puzzle, and the thing is, you've been trying to make a piece fit. When you've been like, if I'm seeing like an upgrade that's happened where you've received a new box full of new jigsaw piece puzzles, and you're trying to fit together pieces of an old paradigm, right, or parallel version of yourself with this new picture, but it's not part of it. So there's something that you're being called to release with Newton's law, right, which talks about change cannot happen without, I'm hearing, okay, growth cannot happen without change, basically. So there's almost like a trade-off that's happening. And it feels like you're trading off like an old paradigm for a new one in some way. Anyway, it talks about the magic wave as a card of pure satisfaction and emotional stability. Sometimes this feeling of stability is unexpected and unlike anything you've experienced before. How auspicious. It's literally a wish fulfillment card. When it shows up, let this moment of wonder wash over you. It is a pleasant surprise, and the luxury of the level of satisfaction is not something often easily to come by. Like any other natural phenomenon, it offers a glimpse at the inner magic of the universe. I don't know, like, does it get any more auspicious than that? What more do you want from me? I think that's it, guys. I think that's all we need to touch on today. Should we get an advice card for you? We'll get one advice card for you right now. We have the King of Swords. Okay, so the King of Swords, the Elementus, is basically mastery over the mind. This is a king that has mastered this particular suit, and what it requires from you is to discard and dispatch thoughts that you may feel. I'm hearing enter your field and beginning to alchemize them, which is I'm hearing replacing them with more conducive and productive thoughts, right? Instead of and creative thoughts as well, and seeing how I'm hearing your thoughts will basically change the way that you experience this, all right? The way that you think about this, the way that you feel about this will change the way that you experience it, your energetic signature. So that's what I'm seeing with the King of Swords. Dispatch and discard anything that is not in alignment with again what it is that you want to create from this experience, and just again alchemize any thoughts that may be counter creative. That's what I'm seeing. All right. So, with that being said, I am going to love and leave you right there, children of light. I trust that you guys are well. If you've made it to this point, comment down below. Is there a zebra emoji? If there's a zebra emoji, comment down below a zebra or maybe a giraffe, because that's what the zebra seems to be like transforming into. And also, the giraffes in my animal message deck basically talks about setting to higher levels of awareness and wisdom. So this is changing and shifting the frameworks in which you're viewing not just your reality, but this circumstance, okay, and seeing it from an ascended framework. So, with that being said, are you ready to ascend your mind into higher frameworks of existence? I'm going to love and leave you there. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. Personal reading details also down below. Also, check out Otter Spirit if you guys are looking for some high quality AA grade jewelry. You have a discount code for that in the description box down below. And until next time, bye.